Ah, the endless hallway, a place of mystery and never-ending chills. If you frequent the Anaheim and Orlando attractions, you know this scene is part of a mysterious, dark, somber section of the Haunted Mansion attraction, where expectations on what the ghosts might look like and how they might behave when encountering you are daunting. Up to this point, all we have seen are small illusions that we could have practically imagined. Small disturbances such as changes in the portraits, busts that follow us, shadows that play instruments, and physical law-defying rooms. The floating chandelier is definitely the first sign that we might be facing something outside of our imagination. All throughout the corridor of doors, what we see is the physical effects metaphysical beings exercise in the house. We can't see them, but we feel their effects on the objects that surround us. It is Madame Leota's task within her seance circle to make spirits materialize. Only then do they lose their aggressive temper and begin a swinging wake. We see them for the first time at the ballroom. It is Madame Leota's great power as a medium that allows us not only to communicate with spirits, but to be able to see most of the 999 happy haunts. When we exit the house, we are unable to see them anymore, requiring us to return to Leota to be able to see them again. The Haunted Mansion was not to have a story and only wanted to offer experiences within the haunted house. Still, it did have ground rules and narrative progression, establishing a before and after Madame Leota. Before Leota, everything is daunting and spirits are not only aggressive, but invisible. After Leota, with the exception of the attic, ghosts are likable, less aggressive, and visible. The seance is the core of the ride, which transforms the haunting into a happy haunting. Something very magical and Disney-like, which makes frightened guests appreciate the ghostly realm. The Green Grinning Ghost song alludes to this by saying, "They pretend to terrorize," making a remark on the first encounter we have where the ghosts are daunting and unwelcoming, but the only thing they want was to come out and socialize. This rule was respected even on Phantom Manor, where we could not see the Phantom face to face until after Leota. Yet after the renewal, we now see Melanie and the Phantom appearing and disappearing at the endless hallway, revealing us that the floating chandelier there is held by none other than Melanie herself. Still, the effect is intermittent and dim, as if the spirits were having trouble materializing. It is only after Leota when we get a good look at them. Now, with the Hatbox Ghost manifesting himself way before Leota even makes her magic, fans are mad, requesting for him to be placed back in the attic after Madame Leota's seance. How bad would having the Hatbox Ghost there could be? Well, let's consider that Orlando Haunted Mansion already has several rooms with no ghosts on site. We've already passed the gallery, the library, the conservatory, and the stairs. It is after 3 rooms, or 4 if you consider the gallery a room separated from the library, that we will not only see the floating candelabra, but also the Hatbox Ghost. Also, we have to consider that the floating candelabra is seen twice in Orlando's Haunted Mansion. The first time the candelabra sees us is in an upstairs balcony, where we don't climb, of course, before the gallery. We then see the floating candelabra again, floating inside the endless hallway, as if the candelabra was somehow following us throughout the first portion of our ride. Now, considering that, it is after these rooms that we will not only see the floating candelabra, which is omitted in the concept art, but also the Hatbox Ghost, whose hatboxes will change their meaning now that he is not next to Constance. He will apparently defiantly enter the mansion through a door, indicating he is not part of the rest of the happy haunts, or he is not under the control of Madame Leota, going more for his movie evil counterpart. I think this will disrupt the quiet energy within the first section of the mansion, which is all about tension building, of creating expectations within the guests' imaginations on what they could encounter further within the house. All horror movies take a while to show the spirits or the monster. The spirits never manifest fully before building tension within the story. The Hatbox Ghost will be a narrative obtrusion that will show guests there is nothing to fear, for the ghosts within will probably be like him. There will be no more expectations until Leota, since we will already have seen what a ghost looks like fully. In my opinion, it won't affect the ride that much. I think I'd rather have the Hatbox Ghost there than nowhere to be seen, and the change won't affect the ride that much for regular riders. The design looks a little bit upgraded from the one in California, but it mostly looks the same. But what do you think? Will this ruin the attraction? Let me know in the comment section. This has been all for now. Rest in peace, and I'll see you all a little later. Oh yes, and don't forget to subscribe. Hurry back and join us here in Stories from the Mansion.